Be courageous and be brave. This is just a merge. New world, one world order. The strong shall survive the purge. Your light shall brighten your darkness. Turn your nights into day. Take your smile, use it in style. Hope you take your burden away. The wicked are the slip into the fire. The wicked are the slip into the fire.
Just want to say thank you to Mystic Bowie for sponsoring the hour between 9 and 10 here inside of Midweek Meds. I'm excited. I know you're excited too, because you already know me. Every day me pull up and dance and enjoy this song. So finally we get to meet Mystic Bowie and find out more about Mystic Bowie. Hello, Mystic Bowie. How are you doing this morning? Hello.
I am doing excellent. If I complain, I'll be one ungrateful man.
Same here for me. Same here for me. I'm telling you, not all good stuff for us, because so many bad things are happening in the world, but we still have to find a reason to keep positive. Not true?
For real, man. We listen. I always tell the folks, even listen. Sometimes in different countries, I'm gonna say the Jamaican brethren and sisters, them about all the negatives. Sometimes I say, listen, man, me know say one good thing happened to them. What's it, the brethren?
Yeah. So true.
Focus on the good, man. Focus on the good.
We have to. I am telling you. It saddens our heart to see the sad things that are happening, but we speak on it, but we try to remain positive and keep a positive vibration because it is necessary. All right, so Mystic. So Mystic Bowie is an international recording artist, international reggae artist. Listen, I love your music. Tell us, Mystic Bowie, what is your given name?
My given name is Fitzroy Alexander Campbell.
Mr. Campbell.
But
yes.
Yeah, so I'm a Maroon from a compound town, St. Elizabeth.
Oh.
So it was an elder. It's a blind elder who gave me the name Mystic when I was a child, and so I identify by that name, Mystic Bowie.
Why I'm call you Mystic? Did he tell you?
Basically, what had happened, I was passing one day, and he obviously he's blind, so he cannot see me. And I was walking by, and he called out to me. My grandfather's name was Charlie, and he said, "Hey, Charlie boy." So I turned to him and said, "How you know? You know Sammy?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Because you're a mystic."
Okay.
So that resonated with me for the rest of my life. So I basically identify by that name.
Yes.
And the Bowie,
yes.
The Bowie is for sharpness, as in the Bowie knife. So I the two together, and that's my name as far as the world is concerned.
Right. There you go. Mystic Bowie. So now Jamaica and world listening, and you know what Mystic Bowie, where the Mystic Bowie came from. So tell me something, because now we know that you are a Maroon from out of a compound. And boy, I tell you, I can appreciate the beauty in the music. Who or what was it that inspired you to make music?
Music have chosen me personally.
Okay.
Music have chosen me because when I was discovered when I was 9 years old by Jack Ruby when he came to St. Elizabeth, and I was already performing in the church, and Jack Ruby came over here to visit some young lady and heard me singing in the church, and right away started talking to my mom about me, asking about me. So that was my first experience. And then when I was 13 years old, they started taking me to perform in the hotels, like in Negril and Montego, places like that. And when I was, before my 15th birthday, is when they started taking me outside of Jamaica onto like the Cayman Islands and Peru, Bahamas, and places like that to perform for the Giancana Festival, because I was not a reggae singer. I was the only child that was singing. I was more into the traditional Jamaica traditional folk music, mento. So because as a Maroon, I was more brought up doing the mento and the mayal. So because of that, I would get to people placed on a lot of these shows as opening up because I was very different.
Okay, nice. And at 13, you said 13-year-old. Wow.
Yeah. So basically, music music have chosen me because
Yes.
at that tender age, I have no, I have no control over making such decision of choosing music or know what my passion would be.
But now that you're into music, though, I want to know, though, from you, Mystic Bowie, how would you describe the music that you now typically create? How do you, because it's so different. There's so many different things that you do with the music. You have the rapping words, and you have so much, there's so much mixture. How would you describe the music that you typically create?
Basically, I create my music based on how I see my own life and my freedom. I don't believe in to be placed in the typical box. I like to express myself freely based on my exposure and the experiences and the knowledge that I've acquired over the years.
Yeah.
So I fuse all those into each one of my songs when I'm creating a song. And the next thing is my music have a more of an international flavor. Also because if you're familiar with there was a band from the 80s called the Tom Tom Club.
Heard
Tom
about it.
Tom Club, they used to be managed by Chris Blackwell back in the early days. And until they brought me into the band. I was the only black man in that band. I was the only Jamaican in that band. The band members from that band are used to be called Talking Heads back in the day. But the Tom Tom Club was a band that Sly Robbie, Grace Jones, and all those folks used to be working together with producing with back in Bahamas in those days when I was a child. So I grew up singing in a non-reggae band per se until I branched out on my own.
So you
So
have
that's what gave my music the international flavor.
Yes, and it does have that. But you know how Jamaicans we can relate to the music that you put out there because you still don't lose your roots, and we respect that and appreciate that so much. But I want to ask you though, what is your creative process like? What is the whole creative process like for you?
My creative process have no one basis or one direction or one style. For example, um, if I drive by right now, I'm driving while talking to you right now because I have a
Right.
business meeting with the mayor
Right.
coming up. So I'm driving right now, and if I see something that catch my attention enough to warrant me thinking about it for more than 5 minutes, I try to write a song about it.
Yeah.
And so, but what I do, I'm a percussionist and a drummer
Okay.
personally. So what I'll do, I'll literally start singing. I come up with the melody and start singing it to myself. Then I'll get back to the house
Yeah.
and basically create a drum beat in the studio and call in the musician and say, okay, I have this idea, and I'll sing it and I'll lay down the basic melody and say, let's create some music around this. So that's really my creative process. It's no one style or pattern per se.
True artist, true artist. Now, I want to know from you, Mystic Bowie, from your collection of songs, which is which is a favorite? Which one you love more than, the one here?
Whoa.
Which one? Whoa, not sure.
Whoa. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, the only time I actually listen to my own songs is if I'm revisiting them for a rehearsal, for a performance, for a show.
Aw.
So I don't really listen to my songs because what happened is it's almost like I create this song based on that inspiration at that time,
Right.
and I deliver that song, that piece of art. I delivered it to the world. And so now my brain is already out of that. I wean that song out of my mind, and then now I'm onto something else. So
Yes.
yeah. But as far as my favorite song, it's kind of hard to say. But
Yeah.
close to my favorite is a song called Itty Bitty House.
Okay. In the video.
Itty
House.
Bitty House and Itty Bitty House and A Lot of Sunshine is
Yeah.
basically the reason why it became one of my top
Yeah.
per se. I was supposed to be coming to Jamaica to perform a show in the Grill at one of the hotels, and it was right just before at the same time that Hurricane Gilbert destroyed us basically, and I lost my houses in Jamaica. And but the guy told me I still need to come down and do the show.
Yeah.
So I flew into Jamaica, didn't know what to expect, and I did the performance, and that's when at the end of the show, it really resonated to me and registered that the people needed the show then more than ever
Yeah.
to uplift them.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way back to the States is when I wrote that song. I actually wrote that song sitting on the airplane
Mm-hmm.
because I lost the house, I lost all my material
Yeah.
things in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the first line that came to my mind was, I don't need that fancy car.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your anger and your war. Don't need that mansion by the sea. Today for you, but life's for me. So that's a bit, so that became one of my favorites. And when I went, I
Yeah.
didn't even know I released that song on my own.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that the song even got anywhere. But when I got to Japan to perform,
Yeah.
is when I realized the children at the show, when I got to Japan, actually came up with a dance to the song.
Ooh.
And they were singing the song even before I actually entered the stage.
That must feel good.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that became one of my top. But favorites is hard to put a finger on that.
Well, I can tell you this. One of my favorites, is the wicked I go slip boom flick poopa lick into the fire. Me
Into the
love this
fire.
one. What was the inspiration
Thank you,
behind
thank you.
this song? What were we did
Uh,
you know?
Basically, the inspiration behind the song was, again, at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What was hitting me at the moment? There was a couple of things, because if you ever go on YouTube and see the music video for that song, Boom Flick.
Yeah.
Boom Flick, the video for that song, you'll see a character dressed in an all-white outfit.
Yes.
You cannot see any faces, chasing
Yes.
me down the street.
Yes.
So basically, that was how my interpretation of what the COVID-19 was. You see what I say?
Yes.
So, and then, but so then I also figure out it's also a way of taking more control of people, and basically government get more involved and stuff like that. So that's when I say, wicked I go flick up a lick into the fire. But we need to be courageous and be brave,
Yes. 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 I love it. I love the song so much. You wouldn't even. It's a song that you can dance to and vibe to, and I've been doing that all along. Trust me. All
I love that.
So tell me something, Mystic Bowie. If it wasn't music, what would be your career choice? What would you be doing?
I actually have another career. I'm a fiberglass engineer. So I actually own a boat company in the United States for over 30 years.
Nice.
So I've been in the boat business where, I design boats. I own the company. I don't do the actual work anymore. But what I used, I'm not too involved in it as much anymore, because fiberglass is a very dangerous chemical. The particles get into you and it hurts, and that's it. Damage forever. So I've been in the boat business for a long time. So I also captain boats. I also repair them. We do whatever. So boating is really my other passion.
There you go. There you go.
I love the freedom of being out there on the water.
Nice.
Test driving these boats and setting them up and buying them, recondition them and sell them back, and watch a happy client move out in the ocean with the boats. That's my other passion.
Very nice. Very nice. But you see, I noticed that you mentioned that you were supposed to come back to Jamaica and perform in this was 1988, Hurricane Gilbert. So that means you might have been you were in the music business from in the 70s, correct? Late 70s, somewhere thereabout? Or even early, because you started from 13.
I started from 13. As a matter of fact, I started earlier performing, but when they actually started having me performing in the hotels, I was 13 years old.
So I want to know from you, though, how do you think the music scene has changed from the 70s to today, especially here in Jamaica? How do you think it has changed?
Okay, first to comment. What I'm going to do is point a finger and stick a pin at what I see the negative is. My main negative in Jamaica is, for example, I'm in Jamaica a lot. I'm in Jamaica sometimes 4 or 5 times a year. And it's kind of disappointing when you're in Jamaica. Even when I come to Jamaica, and I never come alone, I bring a lot of friends from all different countries. And when Jamaica, they would turn to me and said, but we keep selecting the radio stations and in this car. How come we haven't heard one reggae song? It basically, that's my disappointment. Is I feel like most of the radios, basically, all they're playing is foreign music.
Mm-hmm.
And if I send my music to them, it's almost like they want me to buy them
Mm-hmm.
in order to play my song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I actually got turned on to Fit FM because I was online again searching for radio stations in Jamaica while I was I'm taking a break in the studio.
Yeah.
I want to, listen to some good music directly out
Yeah.
of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And on that day, I surfed through every single radio station in Jamaica. It was only one station playing reggae, and it was Fit FM.
That's us.
And that is when I actually contacted Gillian Larman, who used to be my publicist back in the day,
Yeah.
and still is one of my best friends. I contact Gillian, and I'm like, listen, you realize this station is the only station playing reggae at this very moment on the whole island of Jamaica? Don't this DJ have any dignity or pride, taking a pride into Jamaican music?
Music, yeah.
But then I'll send my music to Jamaica. Here I am. Right now, I'm as a reggae artist. I don't think right now, currently today, I don't think any other reggae artist in other Jamaica have more shows confirmed right now at this very minute
Mm-hmm.
than Mystic Bowie.
No, because of Corona. So, so everything's soft for
Okay.
everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So even then, you still could be
It-
relevant.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's very rare that you hear a Mystic Bowie song play anywhere in
Mhm.
Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you send the music to them, they tell you how much I should pay them to play.
Yes.
But then at the same time, they play every American song
Yes.
for free.
Yeah. You know what happens? Strange enough, you should say
That's
that.
negative.
Yeah, because it's something I thought. It's something I thought about Mystic Bowie. Don't mean to cut you because I'm saying I have never met any of the American artists or the ones. Let me not call too much names, but they have never offered me anything, nor have I ever asked them for anything. But yes, still we play their music. So why should we be charging our own reggae artists? So that's perfectly true.
Yeah, listen, man, it's very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very disappointing, and it's not just disrespectful to the Jamaican artists. It's also disrespectful to reggae, the reggae fraternity as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I look at it, and Mystic Bowie, winner of music awards in many different countries. You look in my studio right now, I have all these trophies from all over, almost every state at one point or another in different countries.
Right.
But at the same time, I could count maybe 3 DJs in Jamaica who ever play a Mystic Bowie song. you get my point?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you should play a Mystic Bowie song.
Every
All I'm
day.
saying is,
Right.
I'm not saying you play it every day, but all I'm saying is the same opportunity, the same air opportunity that you're giving to all the other Beyonce, the Jay-Z, the Christina Aguilera, the whatever,
Yes,
the pop, the rock. How about have some decency? I'm not saying you should do it for the artist. Don't do it for the artist. You don't even have to play a Mystic Bowie song, but play some Jamaican
Do it for the
reggae
genre.
music that inspires you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop being a prostitute. Because that's what you are. If I got to pay you every time, you're going to do something for me. You are a prostitute.
True that.
So that is the negative as far as the change is concerned. But the positive is, I love the fact that there's so many. I've seen light at the end of the tunnel. Because when I see artists like Chronix come up with some real good music and step out on the forefront internationally, then I saw Coffee.
Yeah.
And then I start, my brethren Freddie McGregor is back out on the scene, and Third World is out there. So when I see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm telling you, and I feel good about it. So that's it. That's the positive direction for me.
Awesome sauce. I love that. So if you could change anything about the music industry as we have it now, what would it be that you would have changed?
Basically, the only thing that I would change is I would make it a rule to all radio stations in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You must play equal amount of the music. If you're gonna play, you're supposed to play 50% reggae music, Jamaican music,
Yeah.
as a equally as how you play foreign music. If I had the power to change it, that's definitely
Yeah.
something that I would change.
Play it or you lose your license.
Because it's unfair and it's disrespectful.
It's true. It is true. It is true. So I want to ask you though, Mystic Bowie, any words of encouragement because you have so many new artists that are coming out. Some of them still not really there yet, but they're still working on owning their craft. What advice would you have to give to new and upcoming artists?
Well, I've been working with a lot of upcoming artists myself, and I produce a lot of them. But I kind of like to work behind the scene. I have this guy Neri, formerly from a band Public Report. Neri is on his way. He's flying up actually to me to do some more work and some shows with me this summer. The advice I give to him is the same advice I give to every young artist out of Jamaica. Be respectful and be honest to your craft. Don't just do music because music might bring you some popularity or some fame. Do music because you're passionate about music.
Yeah.
Because if once you do the music from a passionate standpoint, then the integrity of that you put into your music and to your craft will be clearly heard and felt across the world. And that's what's gonna make you stand out differently than everybody else. Be true to your thing. Be true to your thing. Don't sell the thing out.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I'm inspired and I'm not an artist. Well, I want to ask because you mentioned something about the shows that you have lined up, Mystic Bowie. I want to know what's next for you. What are the shows that you're on next? Where can the people come see you, come watch you? Let us know. I want to know all the business. Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. There's a bunch of shows on the website right now that are confirmed. And what happened? Shows that are still in negotiation.
Yeah.
My social media people does not put those on the website.
Yeah.
But for now, people can go to mysticbowie.com. And the band is Mystic Bowie Talking Dreads. So if you go talkingdreads.com, it's gonna take you to the same page. So but there's a lot of shows. For example, I think the 31st of July, I'm playing at the Moon Dancer Winery in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania. Then from there, we're heading straight to Lebanon, New Hampshire for another one. We also doing reggae in the park, music in the park with Kimani Marley, Julian Marley, and a bunch of my other favorite acts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows. We're playing we're playing at a big theme park in Iowa. We're literally all over the country.
So when next you coming to Jamaica?
We're literally. I was supposed to be in Jamaica right now, but because these shows came up and some production deal came up, I'm actually doing a show. Monday, I'm doing a private event for IBM. IBM, the computer company. So I'm doing a private show for them. That's why I'm not in Jamaica right now.
Right.
But once this is done, I found out now that I have shows confirmed all the way to October.
Nice.
That show is done. I'm flying straight to Jamaica to chill for a while.
Okay, nice. So maybe then when you come Jamaica now, some link up have to go on and then know some more chattings and getting to know some more about Mystic Bowie.
Without a doubt, I would absolutely love that. I would love that. And we love your vibe.
Thank
believe
you.
me, before I even accepted, when I heard that the beautiful queen is gonna be reasoning with me today.
Ooh.
I tell you what. Yeah, we went online and did some research. So yeah, I was really looking forward to chatting with you, reasoning with you. Because I don't do interview, I do reasoning.
I appreciate that. It's the same thing with me. Me like it up because I tell my listeners, because we discuss different topics, and I tell them that I am the nosy neighbor. I am going to be talking with you and getting into it, and that's what I love. I love communication. I love to talk. That's what we do. All right. So
yeah, man.
So any new music coming out? Any new music coming out anytime soon for us, so we can keep vibing out to some great music?
Yes. The only reason why I don't have a new release coming out in August is because as soon as I was ready to put it out on my own, I got approached by some very good people, a very good team of people, a good company. So we're negotiating some agreements right now before I put it out that way, because they have more resources to put it out there, and their mailing list is a million times bigger than
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So
Good stuff.
something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah,
there
man.
will be a lot of there will be new music coming out.
Yes. Well, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. What all I gotta do, if it once people listen to my stuff, and if don't just listen to me or support me because what I say.
Yeah.
If you listen to my stuff, digest it, and if it inspires you,
Yeah.
if you feel it,
Mhm.
then you can start following me on social media. Mystic Bowie is everywhere on social media: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. I'm every single minute of the day.
Okay, awesome. I love that you say, if you go and you listen and you like it, then follow. So I love that you don't just, get up. It's not about doing it for the love. You're not doing it for the likes. You're doing it for the love of it. So you want people to first love the music and appreciate it, and then come follow. So you don't want nobody come over there, come discriminate against anything. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I want to apologize to both you and the listeners, because I'm driving to a meeting.
Right.
I'm driving to a business meeting that I cannot afford to be late. I'm
Sure
meeting
thing.
with the mayor
Mhm.
of this town, New Milford, and a few other people they want me to, possibly do some events at this venue for them.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So so if just in case we get disconnected or our signal, this reception is off,
Yeah.
please understand, and I'll accept my apology ahead of time.
Thank you for that. We really do appreciate it. But you know what happens? Since you're on the road and we'll be chatting all this time, we're going to have to make a part 2 for this one. So in any shout outs you have, any big up you want to send, come out to Jamaica here, so, or to your, your fan base all over the world. Any shout outs?
Yes, listen. First to comments, my brethren,
Yes.
he's like an uncle to me.
Yeah.
Freddie McGregor,
Mm-hmm.
Dean Fraser,
Mm-hmm.
Sly Dunbar,
Mm.
Robbie Lynn.
Mm.
Me, I tell me, I just throw them out,
Yes.
And the top engineer, Stephen Stanley.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my God, I hope me not forget. Me don't want people to call me.
No, you're going to
Then
forget
Neri,
some.
my brethren Neri,
Yeah.
Kemar Public Report, Lincoln Thomas, my brethren Bowie. Oh man, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
You
If I'm forgetting
will.
anybody, please forgive me. Yes, I will. Trevor McKenzie and my core band and the group up here, Talking Trades himself. I have a lot of love and respect for you all.
Mhm.
Lillian Larman, that's the name I love you enough. And to all the Maroons in Jamaica, we have to continue standing together.
Yes.
And please don't just sit there and focus on what Kojo left you with, our nanny left you with. We need to add to work really
Yes.
hard to add to what them left you with.
True.
To preserve it. All right. So
True,
let's keep the thing clean.
Yes.
And to all the Maroons, the white family, Troy, Winsome, Shanae, Shishina, Little Lem, Kalela, we love you all right? So we are going to step away from this,
Yes,
and just
ma'am.
leave the queen in, follow me on social media.
All right. Thank you so much, Mystic Bowie, for stopping by and chatting with us. And as he spoke about Freddie McGregor, we are going to be playing a Freddie McGregor. It says life during wartime. That is what we're moving on to. Thank you so much again, Mystic Bowie, and drive safely and have a great meeting. We hope for the best.
Blessed love. Same to you and your family.
All right. Have a wonderful day. All right, family, there you have it. Mystic Bowie, the man behind the music. Let me play just one of it that I have every day. I get up singing this one, but let me give you this one that he did with Freddie McGregor. Pay some attention to the lyrics for me, please. Pay some keen attention to the lyrics.
Heard of a band that is loaded with weapons, packed up and ready to go. Heard of some grave sites out by the highway. lived all over this town. This ain't no party, no party. This ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. No time for dancing, I love it, doggy. I ain't got time for that now.
Transmit a message to the receiver. Hope for an answer someday. I've got 3 passports, a couple of visas. Don't even know my real name. High on the hillside, trucks are loaded. Everything is ready